The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Portugal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Luis Suarez. This is promising. Luis Suarez! Now, oh, he's been caught on it here. Robertson. No outsmarting him this time. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Okazaki. That's a shade optimistic. That's a lovely, neat pass. Zanetti. Maldini spots it and intercepts. And he's quick to snatch it back. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And smartly reclaimed. That's put paid to the danger. And it's Robertson.
Nicely worked.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And the volley.
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Messi. He is just caressed. Can he finish? Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. It's a good foot in there. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass somewhat off target.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Takes a shot! Goal! Celtic! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Celtic have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will...
It's Okazaki! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Now, can they get him away? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Osimhen. Zanetti. Elects to cross. He leaps for it. And he's there to get it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Zanetti. Some resolute defending there. Pressing high and with purpose. Floated through.
Celtic are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Now it's Osimhen. Zanetti. Ended up in no man's land. Okazaki unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Luis Suarez. And a chance! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one...
Oh, he's been caught napping! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Robertson.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Zanetti. And it's Okazaki. And this is Van Basten. And that signals the end of the first period.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution for Celtic. Number 17, Johan
So
Cruyff.
right back into the action.
Number 5, Bale.
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And back to the keeper they go. And he's there to retrieve it. Probing pass. That pass isn't the best.
Celtic really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
No, again there's no way through. Pirlo. Ibrahimovic charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
We all love a tryer, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Osimhen.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Messi. Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Shifted it to the flank. And the shot! Wonderful from Del Piero! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it.
Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Van Dijk has got the wrong side of the referee, and... Oh, how's that for a goal? He's got himself an absolute peach. They're back within reach! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Luis Suarez! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Substitution for Celtic. Number 19.
So we have movement
Messi.
on both benches.
Number 14.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Coming on the field. Number
And it's
24.
Berbatov.
Zico. Number 25. Rijkaard.
Played into
Substitution.
space. The most accurate pass. Rijkaard. Where it came from. That has been slung wide. Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. Jorginho. And that's another throw. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rijkaard. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. Zanetti goes sliding in. Zanetti defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Zanetti. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. And it's been played through. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Picked out brilliantly. And this is it. Shoots! And no mistake. They are playing them off the park. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Celtic are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Shot could be on. Oh, it's come loose. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Tar cuts it out. Zanetti. And here's Berbatov. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
Minute has been
No
indicated.
question, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. It's Zico! Oh, almost a sixth. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement, and he welcomes it in. Great chance! Has another go!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And that will be the final act. Portugal cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling. Milan going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over... Has a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It would have to be Kenan Yildiz, Peter, because he really is one of the golden boys of his generation. I think his signature move is to take the ball on the turn and drift out to that left wing and take on whoever presents himself in front of him. He may be a playmaker, but likes to progress with the ball, with his own running, his own pace, his own style. That's Yildiz.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Well read, nice interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Kelly. McKennie.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Locatelli getting this one clear. It's a threatening ball. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Cambiasso. No, that was never going to make it. Yildiz. Hoylands threads one in. Oh, that's fabulous. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So we're still where we started right now. McKennie.
Piemonte really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Espimas.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Delivers the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, they've got it again. Espimas. Great vision. And the ball is out of play. McKennie. Thuram. Now it's David. Couldn't squeeze it through. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And that's going to be a booking. Bremer. And it's Conceição. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a super give and go. Takes a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Locatelli. Thuram. This is a promising build-up. Half an hour played now. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Jimenez. Yuga. That is good alertness. Thuram. Quality ball. Spread to the right. Didn't quite work for him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Played out to the left flank. Now this could be a chance. Cleared without hesitation. He's on it. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Back when it goes. Shot could be a real chance!
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Hoylands.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's David.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
Milan certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And so the action is resumed.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And he skips past his man. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's decent chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
McKennie. Castolo. Hoylands. He's in a great... and he shoots! He'll want to be quick to recover this. Tries a measured ball. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
Yildiz. Nicely weighted ball. And it's been hooked away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Perrin is there to clear. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11. Lascia il campo per il numero 20.
Oh, super! And he shoots! And he's stuck it away! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
David! Tries to get it clear. Stood up well to him there.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now it's Conceição. Conceição. Good driving run. Knocks it out wide. Goes for a shot! It's loose, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
That's good defensive concentration.
Cambiasso. Yildiz providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's a good foray he's making. And it's made its a chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Numero 8, numero 5. Lasciano il campo per il numero 21.
Just
Il
about up
numero
to
17,
75
il
minutes.
numero 16.
Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Now here's the delivery. And that's the keeper's ball.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Saliba cuts it out. Holding on to the slenderest of leads here. Minutes must feel like hours. Forced to go back. Tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And it's Cambiasso. Now, can they get him away? Boga. What a throw in. Miretti. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And he's there to belt it away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he was quick to react. Miretti, nicely spread. Space for him to turn and look. Deftly away. And that's it. Milan win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Another throw-in. And it's Okazaki. Hazard. Now, can they get him away? Hazard. Clipped into space.
He'd be disappointed with him.
Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
De Jong. Adriano. And here's Hazard. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he thumps it clear. And here's Hazard. And he's lost his man here.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
And we have our very first corner. And that is expertly dealt with. Guardiola clears without hesitation.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Now it's Okazaki. And here's Hazard. Guardiola simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Hazard. He's having a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Van Basten can get it clear. Osimhen with the clearance. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Van Basten. Portugal still without a single shot on target. This is a promising build-up. And this is Van Basten. Good ball. Oh, shooting chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. That's a look and place it forward. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Wriggles his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Passes short and sharp. 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Robertson. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know. Osimhen! That's really well manoeuvred.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes. Oh, good effort! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Now it's Messi. De Jong, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Nicely worked. Osimhen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the through ball. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So the most significant moment of the game. Just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
Borussia Dortmund have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Chance here to counter. He's done very well to take that back.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Messi. And this is Hazard. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're off again.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Osimhen, and he knocks it clear. Adriano, never out of the action for very long. Vieira. Rijkaard. Osimhen. Great defending, strong and determined. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. And it's Robertson. He's in a good position here. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! Portugal are level. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Messi. Now it's Hazard. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Azar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's an imaginative pass. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Robertson. Oh, super ball. Shifted it to the flank. That's a throw.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 15, Okazaki. Número 45, número 13.
And he's managed to gift it back. Rijkaard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, this looks sharp.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Portugal perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now, who's going to be first to this? Zanetti really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Nicely shaped ball. Pepe calmly anticipates. Conte. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's had it taken off him. Pepe defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's quick to return it. Zola. Not the most accurate pass. Czech getting this one clear. Stam gets across and deals with it. And the shot's on here. And it's Conte. Stam. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's there to get it away. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's played in here. Stam gets it away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shapes to shoot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substituição para Portugal.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Only partially clear. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Berbatov. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Eto. And that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Zanetti claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Luis Suarez. Looking for options for movement. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Drogba. And this is Luis Suarez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Okazaki. And that's been intercepted. It's a searching pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Guardiola is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Fermin. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Fermin. Robertson gets it away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Lopez. Vermaelen wins the duel this time. And it's Okazaki. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he thumps it clear. Portugal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Bale. Has a look and plays it forward. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Okazaki. And this is Bale. He's Bale! Goal! Portugal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Okazaki. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Drogba. Pirlo. Portugal looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. And this is Drogba. Bale. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Drogba. Robertson was in no mood for any of that.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Quality ball. And he's there to retrieve it. Dani Olmo. And there's the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Vieira tries to play it through. Lopez. Robertson does well to get it back.
Added time.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Bale. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Portugal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we are back on the way. Portugal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And here's Suarez. Fermin gets into a good... It's Luis Suarez! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Excelsior have their second corner now. Shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Excelsior have their third corner. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Tar getting this one clear. Drogba has been caught there, it's a foul. He'll fancy himself from here. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Pirlo! Tremendous from Pirlo! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Excelsior Rotterdam, back on level terms! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pirlo promptly onto that, and that is that. Fermin. Robertson needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Okazaki. This looks promising. Zanetti.
Oh, sweet feet.
Zanetti crosses. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Portugal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Dani Olmo. And here's Suarez. Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Knocks it into space. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Lopez. Lopez with the cross. And they've managed to get rid. Vieira. And here's Drogba.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Luis Suarez. And that's a good ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Suarez. Pirlo. Robertson. Robertson scooting forward. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Suarez going after that. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, easy pickings there.
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end.
Luis Suarez! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 11, Didier Drogba. Number 16, Ferrin. Number 10,
It's
Danny
not an
Olmo.
especially good pass, that.
Number
That has
7,
been slung wide.
Pirlo. Coming on the field, number 9,
And it's
Erling
Guti.
Haaland. Number
Excelsior
22,
desperately searching for the
Batistuta.
winner here.
Number 21.
And here's Batistuta.
Maradona.
And Batistuta! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Number 19, Guti. Substitution
And
in
that's
progress.
aimed into the middle. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Berbatov. Vieira. The final 5 minutes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's a good foot in there. Silvestre making good progress. Koundé with the slide tackle there. Vieira. And it's Scholes.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bale. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Haaland. Rolls it backwards.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And he's quick to get rid. Excelsior have reclaimed it. And that's that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out,